I had another house. I won't tell the name of the town, but I was in this other town for about a year, and I hadn't met anyone. I happened to have been pregnant, so I wasn't getting out much, but nobody came to see me. The first week that I was in Bethel, I had people knocking on the door. They brought pies. They brought swing sets.
Oh my.
I'm not even kidding you. I'm like, who knocks on the... Oh, yeah, exactly. Well, I had a 2-year-old and I was pregnant with twins. They knew I was going to need something. So, but how nice.
It's a Bethel
right?
thing.
It is a Bethel thing.
We do swing sets.
Yeah, we need
people do pies. We do
so we can get ready to train.
Yeah, we do both. Got to keep them active.
That's right. So, all right, now as the new executive director, I'm going to have to make sure I learn all the nuances of every single event. But I think I've got a handle on it. So some of the ones that are coming up, and please you fill in because you guys probably know even more than I do about your favorite ones. But so we've got the big Summerfest coming up July 15th and 16th, which is going to be amazing. I went to the one last year. It was so much fun, right? So that gets to the other part of what I like to do. Fun.
Party.
So yes, there's the business, there's the learning, there all of that, but it's fun.
You gotta have fun.
Yeah, and then in August is the steak roast, right? And we give out awards to the businesses, which is really nice. And then the educational seminars and all of that. But what are some other events that are like your go-to favorite things?
Well, they have a bunch of different networking events. They have Business Before Breakfast. They've got the website, which promotes all the businesses. My favorite event has to be Summerfest, just because, as you mentioned, it's so fun. A close second would be the steak roast.
Yeah.
Trick or Treat Street.
Trick or Treat Street, right on Greenwood Avenue. That's great. Bethel Bucks is another program. There's so many intuitive ideas that over the past couple of years the Chamber has been able to come up with and really engage the community of Bethel. And that's what makes our chamber so much different than all the other chambers, for sure.
Yeah, a lot of engagement. I like that. Good word for it.
Yeah, there's $20 Tuesdays, right?
I love that $20 Tuesday.
Yeah, I use that as personally, and then we also offer for that, right? It was a good deal.
Yeah, that's good.
It's Monday. We got to put one in.
Is that one of your? What is there an event that you most like?
The steak roast is definitely by far my favorite. I think my daughter's favorite is obviously Trick or Treat Street, but the steak roast is great.
The holiday stroll, that one.
Oh yeah,
that's on the Christmas tree lighting.
Yeah, that's nice. I like the horse and buggy.
Having the choir, town choirs coming out and singing.
Yeah, that's a great tradition, the Christmas tree lighting, for sure. That's that's kind of like a staple in Bethel that people are used to.
Yeah, exactly.
We get comments all the time from our families when we take a lot of pictures on Main Street, whether we get out there early in the morning or we're just out there on the weekends, and we get a lot of comments about how Main Street looks, whether it has flags on it or all the wreaths that go up, and they love the way that it has that old town feeling and look to it, and they can't wait to come over a holiday because then they get to see all that and take pictures with us. It's really cool.
That is neat. That's neat. So are you guys doing any of your own events coming up, or you have some amazing events coming up?
Well, I'm deep in summer camp mode.
Yeah.
So my school, Spark Arts, we offer performing and fine arts for all ages. Creative playground for all ages. And
wait, I could go to Creative Playground?
Yes.
Seriously?
Wow.
You have been to the Creative Playground. I've seen you create.
That's cool.
So yeah, we're doing a couple of productions. One will be at Summerfest. We're doing Annie now with our town, and I think they're going to do a number. They're going to perform.
I'm so excited.
So they
to
love
hear
that. To get out and jam.
The kids just love to perform. I mean, you got to get them as many opportunities as possible.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's our big event.
Yeah.
Do you do?
We have educational seminars throughout the year based on nutrition, wellness, or performance. We do a lot with the community schools on concussion and more of injury preparation instead of using that term prevention. I think it's thrown around too much. We can't prevent an injury from happening, but we can prepare the body for a situation where it might have happened and either decrease the severity of it or have it not show up at all.
Yeah.
And so we do a lot of education that way.
How do we find out about those?
You can go right on our website, and I think that's either that's going to be listed or you go to speedtrainingct.com. We also have a constant contact email newsletter that we send out, or on Facebook.
Okay.
Yeah.
We try to stay connected that way and really offer those educational.
Multiple ways of connecting.
Yeah, somebody was saying, and just to hit on that, I think you were when you were introducing yourself, it's hard in today's age to advertise because we're kind of crossing over from this print cycle to this social media thing. So I think, so having the chamber to be social with, the word of mouth, it's so important.
It really is.
Just to
and
have.
You need all aspects of it. And like you were talking about the website, how great the website is for the chamber, but you need all of it. It all needs to come together and balance. And I think that I heard that your dad was doing some, or is that you doing some of you're doing events?
Yeah, we do a couple of educational seminars throughout the year. We've had a great relationship with the Bethel Senior Center.
Oh, nice.
Probably for the past about 15 years.
Yeah.
And we give an educational seminar just, to let seniors know what's out there, because Medicare itself is so confusing, and there's all this terminology that gets thrown around that a lot of people don't understand. So we do that every October, which is during open enrollment. And one thing we're working on for the summer is getting these millennials together.
Yes, I wanted to ask you about that as one.
Right.
Why don't you share from your personal experience?
Right. So, now's the time when people my age are either getting married or having children. Maybe they're buying a house and moving somewhere, or they're coming off of their parents' insurance due to age. So again, same type of thing. We're going to give an educational seminar, just helping them navigate those waters and explaining some of the terminology, maybe some of the things they should look out for when they're searching for a health insurance plan. I get a lot of my friends that ask me all these questions because they're unsure of what it all means, and especially with the Affordable Care Act and the chaos that's caused, it definitely pays to use us as a resource for sure.
It's a good thing that they're friends with you. You get this free resource here, right?
Exactly.
Why you up here? No. But so, how about engaging the millennials within the chamber?
Right. That's something that over the past couple of years we've been able to implement a young professionals program. We started it with the Bethel Chamber of Commerce and the Brookfield and the Newtown Chamber of Commerce. And we had this tri-chamber young professionals group.
Cool.
And we had a couple of events, and before you knew it, the Connecticut Young Professionals, which was a statewide organization, reached out to us and wanted to combine. So we were able to branch out and work with them. And again, they're all over the state. They have events in Stamford, New Haven is a big spot for them. And they didn't really have a lot of young professionals events in this area, mostly because it's a little bit more suburban and everyone's a little bit more spread out. So we were able to latch on with them, and now we have events throughout the year. And a lot of people might not know about Bethel, but when they come here, they really get to experience it and say, "Hey, this is a really cool place."
Right,
so
they don't
just
forget it.
right. So.
It's interesting because we were talking about the, the small town, the warmth and all of that, and you get the connection of that. But now we're talking, okay, so now it's expanding, and you're going out. And it's funny, I got a friend request from the International Federation, some guy from Paris. He's like, hey, I'm the Chamber of Commerce in Paris.
Okay.
Like, sure, that's great. So it goes back and forth, global, local, it's all great and fun and part of the whole learning of it all. So what I'd love to do, we have about 5 minutes left. So I'd like you to each maybe just say your website once, and then say your biggest thing, words of wisdom we'll call them, that you would give to someone who is maybe any size business, because we have some very large businesses in the Bethel Chamber as well. So we've kind of been talking about some smaller businesses, but there are a lot of large businesses as well. But any advice that you might have for a business either that's starting out or that's, maybe you could talk about your book. I don't know. I don't want to plant a seed. But let's go down. You say, you're like, what book?
My movie?
She's working on it.
I'm trying to draw one out of her. It's in there. I see it. I totally see it. So Clay, do you want to start?
Yeah, sure. So one of the words of wisdom that I would give to any business owner that is thinking about joining the chamber, a lot of times we get, okay, well, what do I get out of my chamber membership? That's not necessarily the right way of thinking. What's more accurate is maybe how can I get the most value out of my chamber membership? Can I sponsor an event and get my business out there where maybe people might not have seen it otherwise? Can I go to these networking events? Can I go to this business before breakfasts and expand my own network? So now, you know, being able to help my clients in my industry is not the only thing that I can provide to them. I have a bunch of other people that I could refer them to, and just a bunch of people that I have a great relationship with, and as you alluded to before, all looking for the same goal.
Great. Oh, and just give your website, please.
Oh, it's healthinsresources.com.
Okay. Great. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Erin?
I mean, there's I don't know, I'm still gaining the wisdom. I don't know if I have a whole lot to give, but there's a lot to get by giving. And I learn daily by, you know, taking risks and putting myself out there, putting myself around people who are doing what I want to do. And just constantly taking risks and trying to expand myself and get out of my comfort zone and never being afraid to ask for help.
I love it. Those are great words of wisdom. But could you just
Oh, yes. I'm sparkartsbethel.com.
Thank you. And what about
And she
you?
borrowed mine. Be comfortable with, you know, with being uncomfortable. Now wake up with a pit in your stomach every morning. And you just don't know what's going to go down, right? But you know it's going to be great. And continue to surround yourself with people that are growing. You know, it's better to be green and growing than red and ripe. That's what we always say. And to get out into to give advice as a chamber member, it's get out from behind your desk. Is not be afraid to go during the business hours and visit these businesses. I mean, I'm pretty much a foodie, so I try to go and enjoy each business. Yeah, and I'd rather shop here. We can walk downtown from our house, and I'd rather just shop here as much as possible and make it known that I'm also a business owner, and stop and talk to these people, because everyone has an awesome story. And I think if we stop giving so many facts and we start telling more stories, I think we're all going to come together as a community, because then we're going to be able to know, like, and trust each other. And it's not even going to give a second thought to who we refer someone for our business. We're like one big family. So get out from behind your desk and start walking the street.
I love that. And how about your website?
Oh, our website is speedtrainingct.com.
Okay, that's great. You guys have been amazing. Didn't that fly by?
Yes.
Really did,
Yeah, that was great. You guys are like awesome. So just one more time, Clay Karen, Erin Volpentesta, Keith Deo, thank you so much.
Thank you.
For any of you considering coming to the Bethel Chamber of Commerce and you want to check it out, come to the Summer Fest, because that's the next big one that's happening July 15th and 16th. I want to make sure to give the right times and dates. But check it out. Go to discoverbethelconnecticut.com and you can get all that information there, as well as some information about you guys and some of our other amazing businesses. So thank you again for joining us, and thank you guys so very, very much. Yeah. So what's the next step?